Okay, so can everyone hear me? Hello, Viz Grant. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so grateful. Thank you to everyone who is here. I can see Ayo, I can see Akitimeo, I can see Spore Nation. Thank you so much for being here. So, like I said, let me add her. Let me add her up first. Yes.
Hello.
Welcome. Oh my God,
Good
I'm so
evening.
excited.
How are you
Thank
doing? How
you
are
so much.
you doing?
I'm doing perfectly fine. I'm doing perfectly
Okay.
fine. Thank
Okay.
you. So
Okay.
now we can start this. All right. So, everyone here, welcome to this live session. Thank you for joining. We really do not take this for granted. Thank you very much. This is the first of a series, right? We'll be doing it till December. That's till Plan 22, where we'll be bringing experts to come and talk to us on how we can strategize on different aspects of our businesses, right? So, Biz Grant, Mrs. Stella, she's a grant boss, as a matter of fact. So many of her clients, once they apply, in fact, this grant, me, I'm coming because grants are not my strong point at all. I cannot count the number of grants I have applied for. I've not won anyone. So,
What
and I'm
business
sure that there
what
are a lot
business
of,
idea did you use?
I use gold standard, funny enough. Then we were keep this.
Consulting, right?
Yes, but as gold standard, we haven't applied. I've never applied as gold standard, right? I just took a break from the whole applying thing. So this particular live session is even for me also. It's applying to me as a small business owner, right? So once again, welcome everyone. I'll be asking Biz Grant some questions. She is very good, through the process of preparing a business for getting grants and preparing a business for funding, down to the point of actually getting the grant. So I'll just be asking her some questions that would help us to actually plan properly and position our businesses in such a way that we can get grants easily, or easier than people think it is, right? So my first question would be a very direct question. I hope that this session would be very concise, say 20 minutes, 25 minutes, straight to the point kind of thing, so that everyone can, anybody that watches the live thereafter can just take home something ASAP. So my first question would be, how can we as small business owners, because we are just starting out, we really don't have anything, some of us don't even know so well what our brand truly is, how can we position ourselves to get grants? How can we
Okay.
position ourselves to get grants? And you can, in fact, you can exhaust this particular question, is very big, I know. So you can even exhaust it, you can stay on it for 10 minutes, I don't mind. We just want to hear from you. We just want to hear what you have to say concerning it.
Okay. Once again, thank you, Ms. Kade, for inviting me to your session tonight, and thank you to everyone who joined. I hope that it is going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to learn how to position yourself for funding opportunities in 2022 by the special grace of God. Okay, so how can you position yourself as a new business owner or your startup? You're just starting out your business, you don't know how to raise funding and all of that. When you mentioned that you've applied for different several grants, but you've not gotten any of them, I had to ask you that what business, okay, what industry, and then you said consulting and all of that. So there's before I even talk about positioning yourself for 2022, there's something about planning, okay, and that one is on the side. And there's another thing that you need to understand about funding, okay. There are different funding opportunities, but the organizations, okay, the funders, the investors who give this funding, there are some sort of KPIs, requirements, targets, they have goals, they have objectives. So when they see entrepreneurs or small businesses that meet up with these goals and to make selection, and the rest is history. So let me see another striking thing here. It's a different thing to prepare. It's possible to prepare using the wrong business model to apply. You can do all of the preparation, But if your business idea is not feasible, if it's not in line with the objective of the organization given the fund, you just prepare. And at the end of the day, you will not get anything. But if you prepare and then your business idea or whatever business that you're doing is in line with the organizations that are giving for that, let me shock you. Consulting companies, they get grants. Do you get? Every industry gets grants, whether you're retailing or you're like maybe you're retailing FMCG or you're in agri sector, they have lots of grants. I've seen consulting businesses, okay, get grants. I've seen food, of course, food agri, those ones many. I've seen other business industries get grants. Okay, I'm just trying. Okay, fashion and all of the, but the most popular ones are people in the agri space. But the agri space is very, very huge, and of course, circular economy too. Those into energy, renewable energy, recycling, and all anything. What do you call it? Sustainable packaging and all of those things. And I've seen people in the printing get grants. I've seen people in the digital space get, like, you're doing digital marketing or anything. So long as that business model, okay, that business idea that you're working on is feasible. I mean, it looks profitable and it's sustainable. Okay, so it's a different thing to get grants and put it in a business that is not sustainable, or put in a business that you don't even know what your plan is for the next 2-3 years. You don't have a goal for the business. Okay, so it's very easy for this for the organizations to spot out businesses that are most likely or that look sustainable in the business plan, in the response of the application. Okay, so for those who are just joining, some people don't even know what funding opportunities are and all of those things. So I need to break it down. I need to bring it down. Okay, so there are different funding opportunities. There are grants. Grants, basically free money that you get that you're not required to pay back. But before you get the free money, you have to apply for the grant, go through some selection process, submit your business plan. Sometimes you're required to do a video pitch. Sometimes you're required to come live, like go to the organization to go and pitch if you're selected and all of those things. You're required to submit your valid ID, your BVN, your account details. Your business is real. Your business is very, very real. Okay, so that is for grants. Same thing. There's debt financing. Of course, the popular one is, okay, there are low interest rate loans and there are zero interest rate loans and there are high interest rate loans. So debt financing depending. So, but as a startup, I would always advise, not just me, I've been through different trainings for my own businesses also. The one Orange Corners, okay. I remember one of the sessions that we had, okay, the facilitator advised that if you're a startup, you're just starting your business, your best shots are grants. Your best shots are grants. And the thing is, most investors, like 90% of investors, do not invest in businesses that are like startup. Let's say startup. True. Because they are not starting a business is the most difficult thing. If you're able to start your business and you are at the growth stage, it's very easy to get funding to scale it up. Okay, so if you are able to figure out that start, see, it's good. Funding opportunities. Let me speak about one. There are very many, both local and international. But the local funding opportunities, they are not so big like that. It's the international funding opportunities. Those ones come with huge chunks of money. Some as investment in your business. And then I need to explain this equity. Okay, like an invest. Let me use your business for example. Okay, let's say I'm an investor. I want to invest in your business. Okay, let's say I'm investing $50,000 and I'm asking for 50% or 40% stake in your business. Now, when I give you that $50,000, okay, even if that business fails, you are not owing me.
Yeah,
that's the good thing about equity funding. You get it? Because investors are taking risk. That's why most of them, they will ask you questions. They want to see.
They will really drill you because they want to be sure.
You get it? And then they want to even know if you've done businesses before. What happened to the businesses? The businesses, have they failed and all of those things? I remember during one of an incubation program I participated in last year. So Olumide Soyombo is an investor. He was brought up. He came to speak to us, and he mentioned one striking thing. In fact, he's the major investor in PiggyVest. In fact, the first person that invested in PiggyVest.
Wow.
He invested $20,000. And how did that happen? PiggyVest started wasn't even PVS, we were doing something else. And somehow the thing failed and all of those things. And then they now came up with the idea of PVS. You know, it risked, and that money was the money that you need God's favor. Even after getting through all the processes and all of that, there are other people like the TEF this year, the Elimeli Foundation. Over 400,000 entrepreneurs across Africa applied for TEF. And of the 400,000, they selected about 4,000 and something beneficiaries from Nigeria, Ghana, across different countries. So imagine even getting all of the stages, getting everything right and still not get. How much more you don't even know your
You don't even
have
know
any plan for your business. You don't know business plan. You just want to collect grants. In what business are you putting into? Are you just collecting grants and then you're not putting business, and how will the business even go? It's a different thing to collect money for grants to start the business, but then you need to think of how you will consistently make money, because the funding will come, but it's not consistent. What comes in consistently into your business is the money that your customers
from your business. Exactly.
So whatever business that you're doing, in a nutshell, have a plan, a business plan. Start with it. No matter how, there are lots of resources on Google. And if you cannot go through all the stress, all the drama, and all of those things, come to Biz Grants. Go through all the content on our page. Click the link on about to learn about grants, learn about business plan. For different grants, there are some of these grants, grant organizations, they even have a template that they will give you, that they'll ask you different questions. And then I remember, was it last week Tuesday? Yes, the Kickstart IBPLC. I think about three of our community members won. We only shared two of them. One was awarded 1.5 million, another one was awarded a millionaire. Okay, now, and I remember one of the judges mentioned on the day of the celebration of the awardees, because the judges were asked what were the criteria. Okay, what was it that made them to select? It just started from about 540 something people that they selected out of a pool of thousands of whatever.
Tons of people.
And then they cut it down to 100. Those 100 submitted their business plan, and then they pitched, and then they selected 50 beneficiaries. You get it? And then one of the judges mentioned that their business plan and the sustainability of the business idea. In fact, the highest winner, the person that took the grand prize, got 3 million naira grants, free money.
Yeah.
You get it? But then you need to show that this business, if they give you this money, put it inside.
And sustainable.
Of course, there are uncertainties. Nobody knows, because you start a business, you're not. Of course, you have all your plans and some things happen, but to minimize losses, they want to be sure that, okay, you know what you're doing, you know about this thing you want to do, you have a plan for it, 3 years, and if you plan it this way, if this does not happen, what do you have to do? Like, there's something on the business plan, like the SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay, so in the threats, when you mention the strengths, what are your strengths? What are your business strengths? The things that make your business to stand, okay, that makes your business to be on the advantage. Then the weaknesses, of course, for many startup entrepreneurs, lack of funding, lack of equipment, lack of staff, and all of those things. And then there are opportunities. What is the opportunity in your market? What is the industry? What is the value of that business that you're doing? Okay, what's the market value of your business industry? And then you niche it down to what you're doing. And then the threats, of course, threats are external, government, pandemic, and all of. So when pandemic, when it's global, whatever, like COVID, what do? If you cannot sell offline, you pivot to digital, but like, okay, this is what we're going to do to mitigate or to reduce the threats, or to reduce the influence of the threat on the business. So these are the things they want to see. So if you're unable to prove this, how are you going to get the money?
Will not. Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've learned so much. And the one of the reasons why I'm really particular about the planning process of it. So we are still in 2021 and we are looking forward to 2022. What are the specific things? I'm so grateful that you went, in depth into what these things entail for people to really understand that, first of all, it's very possible for you to get grants, for you to be able to actually position yourself for grants. So I'm asking now, what are those specific things as per somebody can leave this live session now and say, okay, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 things that will be able to really help me plan for my business as far as getting funding opportunities is concerned.
Okay, great. Planning for 2022 is great. It's good to plan for the new year, but before you plan, you need to take appraisal of your performance this year. Very important. Okay, you need to look at as a business person. Okay, what were the things that your business achieved this year, and if you did not have any goal for this year, you just started in January, you're just going as
just going
whatever, and you're just going with the flow. It's fine not to have any plan, and then you went with the flow. So you need to sit down and say, okay, this is where my business is now. From January till now, what did I achieve? What was I supposed to achieve? Or what are the things that my business is supposed to achieve this year that I did not achieve? Then do appraisal of everything. Okay, in terms of finance, in terms of staff, in terms of productivity, in terms of sales, revenue, everything. And then looking at except you want to run your business as a side hustle, like also thing.
Except you don't want to take it seriously.
But if you want to really take your business seriously as a business person, you need to sit down. Like before you start jumping, like 2023 is coming, I need to plan, I need to write everything down. You need to take time to look at what you've done this year and the things that you did not do. So with the results from the appraisal, you now say, okay, these are the things that my business needs. How do I now get these things? You now start writing, okay, my business needs funding, and the startup loan is not good for you if you're a startup, especially if you are not in the manufacturer, you're not a business that is bringing money consistently.
Yeah, it's bringing money every day.
So don't go and take loan, because all these especially if you are not in the manufacturing business.
I always
loan is good for manufacturing businesses that are making money every day, making money, selling, and all of this. But if you're still a startup, your best shot is grants, or if you get an investor that will invest in your business for a stake, for an equity in your business. But the best shot for you is grant. Okay, but before you can get that grant, of course, after taking appraisal of the things that you're supposed to have achieved and all of this, then what do you want to do? What are you aspiring for your business? When do you see your business in the next 3 years? Okay, so for you to take your business to that thing to where it needs to be in the next 3 years, what are you going to do in the first year? What are you supposed to do? How much money are you supposed to raise? The money that you need, okay, how is it going to be spent? So
how are
then
you going
to start putting it into planning, and then you come up with your vision board. Okay, I need, probably depends on your business. Okay, to move my business from where it is right now, I need 500K, I need ₦1 million, I need 5 million, I need 10 million, and all of those things. And then, okay, if I need all of this money, I know that loan is not my best shot. Grants, right? So what are the grant opportunities that are available? How do I learn about grants? What are the organizations that give grants to support startup entrepreneurs annually in Nigeria? Okay, and then then you now, when you find those organizations,
I just want to say something
their website
here.
Okay.
Right here. What are the organizations that give grants? So, newsflash, guys, Biz Grants has a community, right? Where you will be aware of, okay, this grant is up. I'm privileged to know her personally, and see her WhatsApp status directly. So okay, you can get that kind of thing. But on the community, you'll be able to know, okay, this is the grant that is up. And she's so She, in fact, follow her right now if you're here, because she's so liberal with it. Once the grant opportunity comes out like this, she'll just announce it on her Instagram, announce it on WhatsApp, you know, so that everybody can come in. So that you're not missing in action when things are happening. I just had to put that in here. So sorry
Very
for
important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. So, but it still comes down to planning, because if you did not plan, there's something that they say that when success happens when preparation meets opportunity. You get it. So if you already have a plan, you already have your vision board. Like when those opportunity comes, it will be very easy for you to click, because you've already prepared and you told yourself, okay, this thing I want it, I want it.
Yeah.
And of course, after having all the plan, you need to pray, because there's this. I'll say it. The spiritual controls the physical. That you need God on your side. Especially, in fact, there's nobody in this world that does not need God factor. Okay, so you need God on your side. You need God's favor on your side. But God is not going to bless you when you are just sleeping, you're folding your hands, you have not planned, you're not doing anything. Even the Bible says that the lazy man should not eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to work with your hands. You have to do your planning, and then once you have everything mapped out, so when the opportunity comes, it will click. You recognize it, that even if there are challenges that want to stand as a stumbling block or deter you from applying or shooting your shot at those opportunities, the fact that you already planned, you already say, I need so amount of it, this is an opportunity, you jump at it, you do all the necessary things that you need to do, and then wait for God to crown your efforts with success. See, no matter what, if you apply for 10 grants, you will still get one. If you follow the rule of law, if you follow the procedure,
right,
no matter what, throughout the whole year, Abba, kilo day, no matter what, no matter what. So there are different grant opportunities, different ones, and then in getting some of these grants, they will ask for your books. Some of them, in fact, okay, let me share. A friend of mine shared with me, was it yesterday? He told me that he knows is somebody who has gotten 2 grants using business idea. Business idea, that's a business that has not started, but the business is still at idea stage. The person got 1 million naira match, 8 grants. The person also is getting TEF grant. That's the business idea. Obviously, for that kind of idea to have gotten that funding opportunity,
2 grants, that means it is solid.
You get it. You get it. So you must, of course, that person did not, the grant did not come to the person like a walk in the park. Okay, the person actually planned ahead and strategically positioned. Okay, so when you now know all these grant opportunities, you get their names. Then look out for when do they usually, the applications are usually opened annually. Then note the dates down. And then go to their website, read about them, check for past winners, find them on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Look at the businesses they are doing. You could even slide into their DM. You may be lucky, but everybody is busy. So if you're lucky, you slide into the DM. Some of them can give you 1 or 2 tips.
Yeah.
Some of them who hold 3 classes, like this one that we are having here. Some of them hold 3 classes on how to apply for this particular grant. I want this grant. I want to teach you the step-by-step how to get it. Take advantage. But if you do not do appraisal, if you do not plan for next year, you don't have a vision board, you don't have any plan, even your business, you don't have any growth plan, no 3 years plan, no sustainability plan, and all of those things, how will it work? So read about the criteria. Some of these organizations, they require that you submit your what do you call it, your financial record. That is if you have already started your business. But if your business is still at idea stage, you have a very good business plan, roadmap, fantastic. Nobody's going to ask you to produce financial statement because your business needs money to kickstart that idea. Okay, so whether you are in idea stage, whether you started your business, but the good thing about it is no matter what, try as much as possible to register your business. Because those people that were selected as TEM beneficiaries, one of the criteria is provide your business registration documents. Even at least, if you cannot register as a limited liability company, register it at least
register the name.
Secure the name. Register it at least as a business name. And not this, investors, somebody giving you equity funding for a stake in your business, it's not going to invest in a business name. You have to register as a limited liability company. So if the money you need is so much that it is investor money that you need, go and register as a limited liability company. Because investors who ask for equity will not invest in the business name because they need a stake in your business, their
In your business.
percentage in your business. Okay, but if your shots are grant, you're looking at grants at least as a business name, 25K. You do business in your business in registration. Okay, secure that name, at least show that even you that you want your business idea, you are investing.
Yeah, you're serious about it.
Before you ask somebody to come and invest in your business, you should have invested something in your business. At least get it registered. A lot of people are running unregistered businesses. People losing their business names on a daily basis to other businesses. So how serious are you about your business? So this is a very, very good time to plan for next year.
And they don't know they are losing opportunities.
Deliberate and intentional. Yeah.
I said they are losing opportunities by not registering it.
Of course, they are. So they tell you register business.
And you know that part of documentation. My mind. It just came to my mind about documenting
at the point of payment, they will pay the money to your business account. And to open a business bank account, you need your business registration document from the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC. So you're not going to escape it. Because they are paying the money to your business account. And of course, you will be able to give account of that business, like if you go with the flow. Okay, so when you want to when you're applying for another funding opportunity, maybe I got this money, this was what I'm going to do it. Even the next person I want to give you, okay, this person got 500K grant before and was able to do this. I think we need to give this person this opportunity to be able to move the business from point B that it is now to point C. But if there's no track record, there's no KPI, what are you going to prove? I don't know.
Wow. I'm enjoying this. Even I am learning a lot. And I know that a lot of people, everyone here is learning a lot. Somebody said, wow, thank you for this information. Someone said amen to our prayers, that God will crown our efforts with success. At the end of the day, we need to make efforts. Get your business registered. I mean, BizGrant does business registration. I do not do business registration, right? So get your business registered, start planning. And I always emphasize throughout my campaign for the Plan 22 workshop, right? I always emphasize planning is too important for a business. You can't start the year lackadaisically. That attitude will follow you till the very end of the year. If you don't have any plans for funding for your business at the beginning of the year, the likelihood you will wake up to it in the middle of the year is very, very, very low. And that's why I said, okay, let me give small business owners the opportunity to meet with BizGrant, because I know she's doing a lot of good work with a lot of startups, right? So thank you so much for joining us. If you are on this live session and you have not yet registered for the Plan 22 workshop, click the link in my bio right now and register for the Plan 22 workshop, right? At least join the waitlist. You would be informed when the registration opens. It is loaded. I'm telling you, it's loaded. It's a 5-day program, and then some people would also have the opportunity to follow me on the let me just break it down, right? So it's 5 days, right? There will be people who will want to stay for just the workshop, which is the first 2 days for the workshop. On the workshop, we'll be talking a lot about your business, focusing on your business as detailed as possible, and teaching you how to actually plan effectively for your business, right? And then the remaining 3 days of the workshop would be for the practical sessions, where you will not just take what we have learned and go, because I know that a lot of people will attend the first 2 days and they will forget to implement totally, right? So the remaining 3 days, we are going to use it to actually plan, to actually see next year from January 1st to December 31st, to actually make it effective. It's one thing to create a plan, a humongous plan, and it's another thing to actually create a plan that is effective and that is specific to your business. So that's what we'll be doing for the next 3 days. And for those who want to attend the first 2 days of the workshop alone, it's just 5,000 naira for the early bird price. So click on the link in bio, right? And register. You won't be able to pay right now because the registration is not open yet, but join the wait list for it. right now, so that at least you can catch the early bird price. The early bird price is 5,000 naira for the first 2 days. That is for the workshop, and then I think it's 15,000 or so for the 5 days, and then it's 25 for those who want to have the quarterly review. That means let's say we plan in December, by March we'll come for a review and re-strategy session, so that you don't start with a certain drive and then miss it along the way, right? So you come and review, you review what you've done, re-strategize, you get re-energized, in March, so that you can go for the next quarter again. And then after the next quarter, I think in August we meet again, and then before the end of the year too, we meet again. So for those who would follow through to the very end, those are the people that are on like highest ladder. So you can choose wherever, depending on your budget, depending on the level of investment that you want to put into your business, right? You can choose whichever one, but please, I'm begging you, don't miss out on Plan 22. Like she said, I always say it, if you don't prepare for it, see, the opportunity will pass. It will pass beneath your nose. You won't even notice that an opportunity just passed by if you're not prepared for it, right? So that's the essence. And I'm speaking from experience. Last year, I sat down, I held Plan 21. It was a webinar. It was not a 5-day workshop. It was a webinar, just one, I think it was 2 hours or 3 hours. I just thought on how to strategize for the plan for the year. And then I also gave them a template that they could use. But I'm sure a lot of people didn't implement it, right? But I did personally. I wrote down, I used my own templates, and I wrote down what I wanted to do. As at then, my business didn't have an office. As at then, I had not employed anybody. As at then, I was doing all the work by myself. As at then, it was just last year, right? But all of those things were in the plan. And when the opportunity came for me to actually execute those things, I was able to do them ASAP. And as far as 2022 is concerned, though, even if you don't want to change levels, me, I'm changing levels. I'm changing levels. I'm going to plan again, and my plans are going to be bigger. And this time around, since Biz Grant has told me that consulting businesses can win grants too, I'm going to take, intentional efforts, especially concerning grants, because I believe in my business, and you should believe in your own business too. And these investments that you make in your business show that yes, you believe in your business. When you make intentional efforts to make your business better, it shows that you believe in yourself. You know that you're doing something serious. You know that you're going somewhere, right? So I'm excited and I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Biz Grant, for everything.
Coming. Implementation is execution is very, very key. Executing your plans is very, very important. Mm-hmm. It's another thing. Imagine not even having a plan. How do you even execute? So planning is very, very important. So when you have your plan, you are looking at it on your board, like your vision board. Maybe you stuck it up in your room. Even when you wake up in the morning, you are seeing the vision board. As you are going out, you are getting up, you are seeing it. As you are coming back, even if you cannot put it in your office, possibly your office is a public office, it's not the personal one that people have to always work in, but your room is your private place. Your bathroom, you can even stock it there. So when you're there, even when you're in the toilet, you can see that this thing, it will connect. And when the opportunity comes, even if you want to have excuses for not applying, you will apply. And then another thing, you mentioned that last year you didn't have staff, you didn't have workspace and all of those things. Now, there are a lot of small business owners. Okay, they are the ones doing everything. Operations manager, sales girl, sales rep, media manager, graphic designer, delivery, the person going to the market, taking all the everything. See, there's nothing wrong in being a startup, in doing all of these things all by yourself. I remember I had a school. I remember when I started in my school, I was doing everything. I was a proprietress, I was the assistant, I was the HM, I was the typist, I was like a subject teacher. But I can tell you today, I do not run my school. I have a manager, a school, somebody who manages my school. Do you get it? I just ensure that the books are in order from time to time. In fact, I don't even have to check like this person paid, this person paid. I have the number of students that we have in the school. How much are we expected? How much is expected to come in? Everything. How much are we expecting from sales of textbook, blah, blah, blah? What is the total revenue? What are the expenses? I have somebody who manages. I just have record of the books. But I didn't start out like that, but I had a plan. Because if you want to grow, you cannot do everything. You cannot be the operation. In fact, doing operations management work alone as a business owner, as a CEO, you are the CEO, you are the chief vision officer of your business. So you need other people to help you to grow that business. So that having a plan, having a vision for your business is very important. You cannot just be running your business gallivanting, no plan, no nothing. So that planning is very, very important. It will keep you focused. It will keep you, like, you'll be very strategic. When the opportunity comes and you'll be able to take advantage of it. Some of you are the one mixing your products, doing everything, no assistance, no nothing, and all of those things. You need help. But before you can get that help, and then by the time you get the grant, you'll be able to employ 1 or 2 staff. And even in your report, that okay, with the money, I'm able to employ 1 or 2 persons. I'm the only one doing all of this. And when the money comes, gradually you grow. But if you don't have a plan, your business is not. How will it work? The key thing I wanted to drive at is implementation. Execute the plan. Very, very important. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm excited. Thank you very much. So everyone, please ensure that you follow these grants. If you're yet to follow this particular page, Gold Standard Business Growth, ensure that you follow us right now. There's a lot that we have in store for business owners. In fact, we are just starting, and trust me, you do not want to. Oh, Princess Lee said very true, very true.
She's a grant beneficiary. That's why she's saying very true.
Wow, it's good to have you. All right, so you do not want to go into 2022 without following business Gold Standard Business Growth. We have a lot of plans for small business owners, so ensure that you follow us. Thank you so much for coming live with us. I really enjoyed this. I learned a lot, and I'm sure you learned a lot too. So I think we'll be wrapping up here. Thank you so much, Biz Grant. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Okay, how do I